So what's up everyone, Marcus here. Every year we see this wave of new tech wash over us, and right at the crest of that wave, you'll almost always find Amazon. They've been building this massive, interconnected ecosystem of devices for years now, and each new generation promises to be smarter, faster, and more integrated into our daily lives. This year is no different. The 2025 lineup is here, and it's packed with some pretty interesting upgrades, subtle refinements, and a few genuine surprises. We're going to dive deep into what's new, what's good, and ultimately whether these devices are worth your hard-earned cash. Let's get into it. We're looking at a full slate of updates across the board. From the smart speakers that started it all, to the displays that give them a face, and even the streaming sticks that power our entertainment. Amazon's strategy has always been about accessibility and ubiquity, putting Alexa everywhere. But with the 2025 lineup, there seems to be a renewed focus not just on presence, but on performance and purpose. They're not just making things for the sake of making them, they're trying to solve specific problems and enhance specific parts of your day, whether you're in the kitchen, on the couch, or even at your front door. It's a subtle but important shift in philosophy. In this video, we're going to break down the entire 2025 collection piece by piece. We'll start with the foundational stuff, the new Echo devices, and work our way through the latest in streaming, reading, home security, and smart home automation. I've had some time to live with these gadgets, to really put them through their paces, and I've got some thoughts. We'll talk specs, sure, but more importantly, we'll talk about the real-world experience. What's it actually like to use this stuff? Does it make your life easier, or is it just another gadget to manage? We'll cover all of it. And of course, as we go through each device, I'll be pointing out the key things you need to know if you're thinking about upgrading or jumping into the Amazon ecosystem for the first time. It can be a lot to take in, so consider this your buyer's guide for the year ahead. All the links to these products and any extra info will be waiting for you down in the description, so you can check them out for yourself. All right, that's the setup. Let's start with the one that's probably the gateway for most people into this whole world, the brand new Echo Dot. So, the Echo Dot. This has been the entry point into the Alexa ecosystem for millions of people for years now. It's the small, unassuming puck that you can tuck away on a nightstand or a kitchen counter, and it just works. It's the device you get to set timers, ask about the weather, or play some music while you cook. For 2025, Amazon hasn't tried to reinvent the wheel here, which I think is a smart move. Instead, they've focused on refining the core experience, making what was already a solid, accessible smart speaker even better at its fundamental job: listening and responding. The first thing you'll notice is the subtle redesign. The fabric mesh now wraps around the device more seamlessly, giving it a cleaner, more premium feel that blends in a little better with modern home decor. But the real upgrades are, as they often are, on the inside. The 2025 Echo Dot is powered by Amazon's next-generation AZ3 Neural Edge processor. That's a lot of marketing speak, but what it translates to in the real world is significantly faster on-device processing for common Alexa requests. This means less reliance on the cloud, lower latency, and a more natural, responsive feel to your interactions. Let's break that down. When you ask Alexa to set a timer or turn off a light, previous generations would often have to send that request up to Amazon's servers, process it, and then send the confirmation back down. It was fast, but not instant. With the AZ3 chip, many of those core commands are handled right on the device itself. The difference is milliseconds, but it's a difference you can feel. It makes the whole experience feel less like you're talking to a distant server and more like you're interacting with a device that's right there in the room with you. It's a key step towards making voice assistants feel truly conversational. And that's really the story of the new Echo Dot. It's not about adding a dozen flashy new features you might never use. It's about perfecting the basics. It's for the person who needs a reliable kitchen helper for hands-free timers and conversions, or someone who just wants to ask for the news headlines while getting ready in the morning. The faster response times make it less frustrating and more useful for those quick, in-the-moment requests. It's still the best, most affordable entry point to a smart home, but now it's just a little bit quicker, a little bit smarter, and a little more seamless. Digging a bit deeper into what's new for 2025, the audio architecture has also seen a pretty significant overhaul. While the Echo Dot is never going to compete with a dedicated bookshelf speaker, Amazon has managed to pack a surprisingly capable driver into this small chassis. The new custom-designed full-range driver is angled slightly upwards, which helps project sound into the room more effectively, rather than just firing it straight up at the ceiling. The result is noticeably clearer vocals and a fuller sound profile for both music and podcasts. It's still not going to shake the room with bass, but for casual listening, it's a definite step up. Another key feature that's been enhanced is its microphone array. The 2025 model includes an additional microphone, bringing the total to 4. Combined with improved beamforming technology, this means the new Dot is much better at hearing you from across the room, even when music is playing or there's other background noise, like a running dishwasher. This was always a pain point with smaller smart speakers, having to shout "Alexa" multiple times. This new array seriously reduces those instances, making it a much more reliable assistant, which is, after all, its primary function. It's a quality of life improvement that you'll appreciate every single day. Beyond the hardware, there are some interesting software side improvements built on that new AZ3 processor. The 2025 Dot now supports more complex multi-part commands on device. For example, you can now say, "Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes and play my morning playlist," and it will process that as a single fluid command without a hiccup. This is a direct result of the local processing power, as it can parse more complicated syntax without needing a round trip to the cloud. It's another one of those small things that makes the assistant feel more intelligent and capable. Finally, for those who are deeper into the smart home ecosystem, the new Dot also features upgraded Thread and Matter support. This makes it a more robust and future-proof hub for your various smart home gadgets. It can connect to and control a wider range of devices from different brands more reliably and quickly. So while it's a great standalone device, it's also been engineered to be an even better centerpiece for a growing smart home, ensuring that as you add more lights, plugs, and sensors, your Echo Dot can keep up without breaking a sweat. It's thinking about the future. So, what's it actually like to live with the 2025 Echo Dot? I've had one sitting on my kitchen counter for about a week now, replacing my older model, and honestly, the difference is subtle, but totally undeniable. The thing I use it for the most is setting timers while I'm cooking. Before, there was always that slight but noticeable pause. I'd say, "Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes, and then there would be that beat of silence before it confirmed. Now, the response is almost instantaneous. It feels more like a tool and less like I'm having a conversation with the internet. It's a small change, but it removes this tiny point of friction that you run into dozens of times a day. The improved sound quality is also more apparent than I expected. I often listen to podcasts while I'm making breakfast, and the clarity of spoken word is just so much better. Voices sound less compressed and more natural, which makes them way easier to understand over the noise of a sizzling pan or a running faucet. And when I do play music, it doesn't sound like it's coming from a tiny speaker anymore. It actually has a presence. It's not going to be the life of a party or anything, but for filling a small to medium-sized room with pleasant background music, it really punches well above its weight class. It's honestly a genuinely pleasant listening experience for its size. The better microphone performance is also a huge plus. My kitchen is a pretty open space, and now I can stand on the other side of the room and give a command in a normal speaking voice, and it picks it up on the first try almost every single time. This is a massive improvement. I no longer feel like I have to project my voice or wait for a quiet moment just to be heard. This kind of reliability is what transforms a gadget from a novelty into something that's genuinely useful. It's always ready, always listening, in a good way, and it just works with less effort on my part. Ultimately, the 2025 Echo Dot really solidifies its position as the default choice for a small, smart speaker. It's not a radical departure, but it's a thoughtful and significant refinement of a proven formula. If you're new to the smart home world, this is the perfect low-risk way to get started. And if you have an older Echo Dot, especially one that's more than a couple of generations old, the jump in responsiveness and audio quality makes this a very compelling upgrade. It's the same simple, useful device it always was, just executed better in every key area. All right, next up we have the Echo Show. If the Echo Dot is the voice of Alexa, the Echo Show is its face. For years, Amazon has been iterating on this concept of a smart display, a device that adds a visual layer to your voice commands. You can see the timer countdown, you can see the album art for the song that's playing, and you can see the face of the person you're video calling. The 2025 Echo Show lineup continues this evolution with a clear focus on making the screen more useful, more personal, and honestly, just a more dynamic part of your home's ambiance. The core idea is still the same. It's everything an Echo Dot can do, but with a screen. And that opens up a whole new set of use cases. In the kitchen, it's a total game changer. Following a recipe becomes a hands-free experience where you can actually see the steps and ingredients listed out, or even watch a video tutorial. For 2025, Amazon has really leaned into this, with a new redesigned recipe interface that's cleaner and so much easier to read from a distance. The screen isn't just an add-on anymore. It's the primary way you interact with certain skills, and Amazon is finally treating the UI with that level of importance. The flagship model for this year, the Echo Show 8, gets a beautiful new display panel. We're talking higher resolution, better color accuracy, and improved peak brightness. This makes everything from photos to video calls look significantly better. But more than that, it makes it a much better digital photo frame when it's idle. The improved screen, along with new ambient light and color sensors, lets it adjust the image on screen to match the lighting in your room, so photos look less like a glowing screen and more like actual prints in a frame. It's a feature we've seen on other smart displays, and honestly, it's great to see Amazon do it so well here. So the Echo Show is really for the person who wants more than just an audio response. It's for the visual learner in the kitchen, the grandparent who wants an easy way to video call with family, or anyone who loves the idea of a dynamic photo frame that can also control their smart home. It takes the utility of an Echo and adds a rich visual dimension that makes it a much more versatile hub for the home. The 2025 models are all about refining that visual experience to make it not just functional, but beautiful. Let's dive into the new features for 2025, because this is where the Echo Show really starts to shine. The biggest update is the introduction of a new dynamic home interface. Instead of a simple rotating carousel of information, the home screen is now powered by a more intelligent widget system. You can customize it with widgets for your calendar, your shopping list, your favorite smart home controls, or even a sticky note for family reminders. It's just so much more personal and a lot more useful at a glance. The device actually learns which widgets you use most and can surface them proactively. This is all powered by that same new AZ3 neural edge processor we saw on the Dot, but in the show, it's doing even more heavy lifting. The processor enables new computer vision features for the built-in camera. For example, the new Echo Show can recognize who is in front of it, after you opt in and set up visual ID, of course, and automatically switch the home screen to that person's profile. So when you walk into the kitchen, you see your calendar and your news briefing. When your partner walks in, it seamlessly switches to show their information. This is a huge step towards making the smart display a truly personal shared device for the whole family. Video calling has also been improved. The camera on the new Echo Show 8 is now a 13-megapixel ultra-wide lens, similar to what we've seen on other devices. But the software is just smarter. The auto-framing and panning feature is smoother and more natural, keeping you perfectly in the shot as you move around the room. But the new trick for 2025 is an AI-powered background noise suppression system. It uses the AZ3 chip to actively identify and filter out sounds like a blender or a crying baby, so the person on the other end of the call can hear you much more clearly. It's honestly a really practical feature for busy households. And finally, the entertainment experience gets a boost. The new, higher quality screen makes watching content from Prime Video or Netflix a much more enjoyable experience. But the real upgrade is in the speaker system. The Echo Show 8 features redesigned dual stereo speakers with a passive bass radiator. The result is a surprisingly robust sound with clear stereo separation and a decent amount of low-end punch. It's more than capable of serving as a small kitchen TV or a great-sounding music player, making it an even more versatile all-in-one device for any room. So I swapped out my old Echo Show 8 for the new 2025 model in my living room, and honestly, the difference in daily use is profound. The first thing that stands out is just how good the screen is as a digital photo frame. The way it adjusts to the ambient light is fantastic. In the evening, it dims down and warms up the color temperature, so it's not this distracting, bright blue light in the corner of your eye. It genuinely looks like a framed photo, and having a rotating display of family pictures that look that good is, by itself, a feature I've come to really appreciate. It just makes the room feel more alive. The new dynamic home with widgets is a huge functional upgrade. I have a widget for my shared family calendar, one for the shopping list, and a set of buttons for my most used smart home scenes like movie night or good morning. Being able to see all that key information at a single glance without having to ask or tap through menus saves a lot of time. And the visual ID feature, where it switches to my profile when I approach, works surprisingly well. I see my upcoming meetings, while my wife sees her reminders. It feels futuristic and genuinely useful for a shared space. I tested the new video calling features by calling my parents while making coffee, and the background noise suppression is legit. I had my grinder going, and they said they could barely hear it. My voice came through loud and clear. The improved camera and smoother auto-framing also make for a much less static, more engaging call. It feels less like a stationary webcam and more like someone is there with a camera following you. For anyone who uses their Echo Show to connect with family, these are killer upgrades. In the end, the 2025 Echo Show feels like the product Amazon has been trying to build for years. It's no longer just a speaker with a screen tacked on. It's a cohesive, intelligent visual hub. The combination of a premium display, a truly customizable and personal UI, and smarter AI-powered features makes it an incredibly versatile device. Whether you want it for video calls, recipes, controlling your smart home, or just as the world's best photo frame, the new Echo Show delivers. It's a significant leap forward for the entire category. All right, so let's move from the smart displays over to the big screen in your living room. This is the new Fire TV Stick 4K Max for 2025, and at first glance, it looks pretty familiar. It's still this super compact, easy-to-hide dongle that just plugs right into an HDMI port on the back of your TV. The core idea hasn't changed. It's designed to turn any TV, even an older dumb one, into a full-blown smart TV with access to pretty much every streaming service you can think of. But as always, the real story is what's under the hood. And that's where Amazon has been putting in the work this year. It's about taking a good thing and refining it, making it faster, smarter, and more seamless. So what's actually new for 2025? Well, the biggest upgrade here is the new processor. Amazon is calling it the Octa-core Media Engine, and while that sounds like a lot of marketing talk, the performance jump is genuinely noticeable. Apps launch faster, navigating through menus is incredibly fluid and responsive, and there's virtually zero lag when you're jumping between, say, Netflix and Disney+. They've also doubled the internal storage to 32 gigabytes, which is a welcome change. It means you can download way more apps and games without constantly worrying about running out of space, which was a legitimate pain point on previous models if you were a power user. It's a quality of life upgrade that just makes the whole experience feel less constrained. Let's break down some of those key features. Of course, you're getting full support for 4K Ultra HD streaming, which is table stakes at this point. But it's the quality of that stream that matters. The 2025 model supports all the major HDR formats: Dolby Vision, HDR10, HDR10+, and HLG. This means that no matter what kind of TV you have, you're going to get the best possible picture with deeper blacks, brighter highlights, and a wider range of colors. It also supports Dolby Atmos audio, so if you have a compatible soundbar or home theater system, you're getting that immersive, three-dimensional sound that really pulls you into the action. It's about delivering a premium, cinematic experience from a device that costs less than a fancy dinner. And then there's the remote. The Alexa Voice Remote Pro is now standard in the box, which is a big deal. It has backlighting that automatically turns on when you pick it up in the dark, a feature you don't know you need until you have it. It also has a remote finder feature, so you can just say, "Alexa, find my remote," and it'll start chirping from between the couch cushions. Plus, you get 2 new customizable buttons that you can program to launch your favorite app or execute a specific Alexa command. It's these thoughtful little touches that elevate the entire user experience from just good to genuinely great, making it feel like a truly polished piece of tech. Now, a streaming device is only as good as its software, and the Fire TV interface has seen a significant overhaul for 2025. It's cleaner, it's more intuitive, and it puts content front and center. The new ambient experience that we saw on the Echo Show has made its way here, turning your TV into a dynamic display when it's idle. You can have it show beautiful artwork, personal photos from Amazon Photos, or glanceable widgets for things like weather, your calendar, or sports scores, it makes your TV a useful part of your room even when you're not actively watching something, which is a really smart use of that giant black rectangle. The focus on personalization is really strong. The home screen is better at learning your habits and recommending shows and movies you'll actually want to watch, pulling from all your different subscriptions. So instead of having to jump into 5 different apps to see what's new, a lot of that discovery happens right on the main page. They've also introduced dynamic content rows. So if you've been binge watching a show on Hulu, a row for that show will pop up right at the top, making it super easy to continue watching. It's all about reducing the number of clicks and getting you to your content faster, and it works really well. Of course, Alexa is woven into every part of the experience. You can press the blue button on the remote and ask for anything. Alexa, find 4K movies with Ryan Reynolds, or Alexa, open YouTube, or even Alexa, fast forward 30 seconds. But the integration goes deeper now. You can ask for things contextually, like, who is that actor? And it will pull up information on the screen without interrupting your show. You can also control your smart home devices directly from the TV. Alexa, show me the front door camera will bring up a live feed from your Ring doorbell in a picture-in-picture window. It really turns the TV into the central command hub for your entire smart home. This level of integration is what sets the Fire TV Stick apart from a lot of the competition. It's not just a passive device for streaming content, it's an active part of your home's ecosystem. You can ask Alexa to dim the lights for movie night, and it will automatically lower your smart bulbs and start playing your movie. This seamless connection between your entertainment and your smart home is incredibly powerful. It's the kind of futuristic convenience that used to be the stuff of science fiction, but now it's built right into this tiny, affordable streaming stick. It's a really compelling reason to stay within that Amazon ecosystem. So, who is this for? Honestly, the Fire TV Stick 4K Max is for just about anyone who wants to upgrade their TV experience without buying a whole new TV. But it's especially perfect for the dedicated binge watchers out there. If you're the kind of person who lives and breathes streaming services, who has subscriptions to Netflix, Prime Video, Max, and a handful of others, this device is your best friend. It consolidates everything into one clean, fast, and easy-to-navigate interface. No more fumbling with different remotes or dealing with a slow, clunky smart TV OS. This just works, and it works beautifully. The performance boost from the new processor can't be overstated for serious streamers. When you're jumping from the end of one episode to the beginning of the next, those few seconds of loading time can feel like an eternity. The 2025 model makes that transition almost instantaneous. The improved Wi-Fi 6E support also means you're getting a more stable, reliable connection, which is crucial for uninterrupted 4K streaming. There's nothing worse than having your high-stakes season finale buffer right at the climax. This stick is built to minimize those frustrations and keep you immersed in your show. It's also an incredible value proposition. For a relatively low price, you're getting a top-tier streaming experience that rivals or even surpasses the built-in software on many high-end smart TVs. The inclusion of the Alexa Voice Remote Pro alone adds a ton of value. When you factor in the 4K HDR support, the Dolby Atmos audio, the faster performance, and the deep smart home integration, it's really hard to beat. It's the perfect, affordable upgrade that can completely transform your entertainment setup, whether your TV is from last year or a decade ago. It democratizes the premium streaming experience. Ultimately, the 2025 Fire TV Stick 4K Max is a masterclass in refinement. Amazon took a product that was already best in class and made it better in every way that counts. It's faster, has more storage, a better remote, and a smarter interface. If you're looking for the best possible streaming experience for your 4K TV, this is it. It's a simple, powerful, and incredibly effective device that delivers on its promise of making your TV smarter and your binge-watching sessions more enjoyable. For entertainment, this is an easy top-tier recommendation. Okay, let's shift gears from the living room to something a bit more personal and focused. This is the new Kindle Scribe for 2025, and it continues to be one of the most interesting devices in Amazon's lineup. It takes the classic Kindle experience that we all know and love, a beautiful, distraction-free e-ink screen for reading, and merges it with the functionality of a digital notebook. It's designed for people who not only consume books, but also want to interact with them, take notes, journal, or just sketch out ideas. It's a device that's built for deep focus in a world full of distractions. The big story for the 2025 model is the screen technology. They're calling it a Paperwhite Pro display, and it's a noticeable step up. It's still a 10.2-inch 300 ppi e-ink screen, so text is incredibly crisp and looks just like real paper. But the front light has been significantly improved. It now has more LEDs for even better uniformity, and it features a new automatic color temperature adjustment that goes beyond the warm light of previous models. It can now subtly shift the hue throughout the day, starting cool and bright in the morning and gradually warming up to a soft amber glow at night, mimicking natural light patterns to be even easier on your eyes. The key features are really centered around this duality of reading and writing. On the reading side, you get all the Kindle features you'd expect: access to the massive Kindle store, adjustable font sizes, and a battery that lasts for weeks, not hours. But then you pick up the included premium pen, and it becomes a different device. You can now write handwritten sticky notes directly on the pages of millions of books in the Kindle store. So if a particular passage inspires you, you can circle it and jot down your thoughts right there in the margin, just like you would with a physical book. All your notes are automatically organized by book, so you can easily find them later. On the writing side, it's a full-featured digital notebook. Amazon has expanded the template library significantly for 2025, with everything from standard line paper and graph paper to daily planners, to-do lists, and even sheet music templates. The writing latency has been improved even further, so the ink appears on the screen almost instantly as you write, making it feel incredibly natural and responsive. They've also introduced new writing tools like a fountain pen and a charcoal pencil, giving you more creative options for your notes and sketches. It's a powerful tool for anyone who loves the tactile feel of writing but wants the convenience of a digital searchable archive. For 2025, Amazon has clearly listened to user feedback and invested heavily in the Scribe software. One of the most requested features is now Here real-time handwriting to text conversion. As you write in a notebook, you can now tap a button to instantly convert your messy scrawl into clean, editable text. This is a game changer for productivity. You can jot down meeting notes by hand and then immediately convert them, clean them up, and export them as a text file or email them to your team. It bridges the gap between analog brainstorming and digital workflow in a really elegant way. Another huge software improvement is the folder organization system. Previously, all your notebooks were just in one long list, which could get messy pretty quickly. Now, you can create nested folders to organize your notes by project, class, or topic. So you can have a main folder for work, and inside that, folders for Q3 projects, meeting notes, and brainstorms. It's a simple change, but it makes the Scribe a much more viable tool for serious long-term organization. It feels less like a gadget and more like a professional tool for managing information. The integration with other services has also been expanded. The Send to Kindle feature is now more powerful. You can send PDFs and Word documents to your Scribe, not just from your computer, but directly from your phone's share sheet. Once on the Scribe, you can write directly on these documents, sign forms, or mark up drafts with the pen. This makes it an amazing device for reviewing contracts, grading papers, or providing feedback on a manuscript. It's all about making the Scribe a central hub for all your document-based work, not just your books and personal notes. And they finally added cloud backup and sync for your notebooks. This was a critical missing piece. Now, all your handwritten notes, drawings, and annotations are automatically backed up to your Amazon account and can be accessed through the Kindle app on your phone or tablet. So if you misplace your Scribe, your notes aren't lost forever, and you can review your handwritten notes on the go even if you don't have your Scribe with you. This makes the entire ecosystem feel much more robust and reliable, giving you the peace of mind that your important ideas are safe and accessible anywhere. So, who is the Kindle Scribe for in 2025? It's definitely a niche device, but for the right person, it's close to perfect. It's for the avid reader who also loves to journal. It's for the student who wants to take notes in class and have them all digitally organized and searchable right alongside their textbooks. It's for the professional who spends their day reading reports and marking up documents, who wants to get away from the eye-straining glare of an LCD screen and work on a beautiful paper-like display. It's for anyone who values focused, distraction-free work. The beauty of the Scribe is how it encourages a different kind of interaction with technology. Unlike a tablet, it's not constantly begging for your attention with notifications and endless apps. When you pick up the Scribe, you're there to do one of two things: read or write. That singular focus is incredibly valuable. For book lovers, being able to add your own thoughts directly into a book without permanently marking up a physical copy is a wonderful experience. It makes reading a more active and personal process, creating a dialogue between you and the author. For note-takers, the new software features make it a truly powerful productivity tool. The combination of an incredible writing feel, improved organizational tools, and the new handwriting to text conversion makes it a legitimate replacement for paper notebooks. The ability to search your handwritten notes is a superpower. Imagine being able to instantly find a specific idea you jotted down 3 months ago just by typing in a keyword. It's the best of both analog and digital worlds, combined into one sleek device. Ultimately, the 2025 Kindle Scribe is a beautifully refined tool for thought. It's not trying to be an iPad killer, it's trying to be the best possible digital paper. With the improved display, more powerful software, and deeper integration, it succeeds brilliantly. If you're a person who deals in words, reading them, writing them, or organizing them, the Scribe offers a unique and compelling experience that no other device can quite match. It's a thoughtful piece of tech for thoughtful people, and it's a very strong recommendation. All right, let's move to the outside of the house and talk about home security. This is the new Ring Video Doorbell Pro 2 for 2025, and it represents the pinnacle of what Ring is doing in the smart doorbell space. The Pro line has always been for those who want the best features and the most reliable performance, and this new model doubles down on that. It maintains that slim, hardwired design that looks great next to any front door, but it's packed with new sensors and new AI-powered intelligence that make it a significantly more capable security guard for your home. It's not just about seeing who's at the door anymore, it's about understanding what's happening around your property. So what's new here? The headline feature for 2025 is the upgraded camera system. Ring has put a new, larger sensor in here paired with a new lens, and they're calling it Crystal View HDR. The result is a dramatic improvement in video quality, especially in tricky lighting conditions. The dynamic range is fantastic, so you no longer get blown-out skies or crushed, shadowy porches. You can clearly see details in both the brightest and darkest parts of the image simultaneously. They've also upgraded the resolution to what they're calling 2K+, which gives you a sharper, more detailed picture, making it easier to see faces or read license plates from further away. Let's dig into the key features because there are a lot of them. The 1536 PHD plus head-to-toe video gives you an expanded field of view so you can see a person from their face all the way down to the package they might have left on your doorstep. This is way more useful than a traditional wide-angle view that often cuts people off. It also features color night vision, which uses the ambient light to produce full-color video even in very low-light conditions, which is a huge step up from the grainy black and white footage of older cameras. When it's truly pitch black, the infrared night vision kicks in, so you're always covered. And then, there are the smart features powered by the onboard processing. 3D motion detection with bird's eye view is back and better than ever. It uses radar to pinpoint the exact location and path of a visitor on an aerial map of your property, so you can see precisely where they went. But new for 2025 is Package Watch. The doorbell's AI can now specifically identify when a package is delivered, and it can be set to send you a special notification. Even better, it can keep an eye on that package and alert you if someone other than you approaches it, which is an incredibly smart way to combat porch pirates. The real intelligence of the 2025 Ring Pro 2 comes from its advanced AI processing. This isn't just basic motion detection that gets triggered by a car driving by or a tree swaying in the wind. The doorbell can now differentiate between people, packages, animals, and vehicles, and you can customize your alerts for each. So you can choose to only be notified when a person is detected in a specific zone, completely eliminating those annoying false alarms. This level of granular control makes the notifications much more meaningful and less of a nuisance. They've also introduced a new feature called Pre-Roll Plus. The standard pre-roll feature would capture a few seconds of video before a motion event was triggered. The new Plus version now captures a full 10 seconds of full-color, full-resolution video before the event. This is huge for context. It means you don't just see the person walking up to your door. You see them walking up the driveway, what direction they came from, and what they were doing in the moments leading up to the alert. It gives you the complete story, not just the final chapter. Of course, the two-way talk functionality has been improved. Ring is using a new microphone array with enhanced noise and echo cancellation, so conversations through the doorbell are clearer and more natural sounding than ever before. You can also use the built-in Alexa Greetings feature, where Alexa can greet visitors, take messages, or provide instructions on where to leave a package if you're unable to answer. It's like having a virtual receptionist at your front door, which adds a whole new layer of convenience and security. And as you'd expect, the integration with the Amazon ecosystem is seamless and deep. When someone presses the doorbell, the video feed can automatically pop up on your Echo Show or Fire TV. You can say, "Alexa, talk to the front door," to immediately start a conversation from any Echo device in your house. And it works with Ring Alarm, so if the alarm is triggered, the doorbell can automatically start recording to capture any potential activity at the front of your house. It all works together as one cohesive security system, which is the real power of the Ring platform. So who is the Ring Video Doorbell Pro 2 for? Well, this is for the homeowner who wants top-of-the-line security and, honestly, ultimate peace of mind. It's for someone who wants the best possible video quality, the most intelligent and reliable alerts, and features that go way beyond simple video recording. If you want to know, not just that a package was delivered, but that it's being watched over until you get home, this is the doorbell for you. The hardwired design means you never have to worry about changing batteries, making sure it's always on and always watching. The benefit of a device like this extends far beyond just catching porch pirates. It's really about being connected to your home, no matter where you are in the world. You could be on vacation on the other side of the planet and still be able to see and speak to a delivery person at your front door in crystal clear HD. It's about the convenience of seeing who's there before you decide to get up and answer. It seriously provides a sense of security and control that's genuinely comforting, especially for families. The new AI features are what really elevate the experience in 2025. The reduction in false alerts is a massive quality of life improvement. You pay more attention to the notifications you get because you know they're for something that actually matters. Features like Package Watch and the enhanced pre-roll provide a level of proactive security and contextual information that was previously unheard of in a consumer device. It feels like it's actively thinking about how to best protect your home rather than just passively recording video. Ultimately, the Ring Video Doorbell Pro 2 is a premium security product that really justifies its position at the top of the lineup. The combination of stellar video quality, advanced radar-based motion detection, and truly intelligent AI features makes it one of the most powerful smart home security devices you can buy. It's a reliable, feature-packed digital doorman that gives you an unparalleled sense of security and connection to your home. For anyone serious about their smart home security, this is the new benchmark. All right, so we've talked about some of the big flashy headliners in Amazon's 2025 lineup. The displays, the streamers, the security cams. But now, let's talk about what might just be the most underrated, yet most impactful piece of tech you can add to your smart home ecosystem. I'm talking about, you guessed it, the humble smart plug. Specifically, the new Alexa smart plug for 2025. It's not going to win any design awards, it doesn't have a screen, and it doesn't have a camera. But what it does is fundamentally transform any dumb appliance in your house into a smart one. And that right there is a kind of magic that's both incredibly useful and surprisingly affordable. It's the essential building block. Think of it like this. You have all these amazing Alexa-enabled devices that can answer questions, play music, and show you who's at the door. The smart plug is the bridge that extends that intelligence to everything else. That old floor lamp you love? Plug it into this, and suddenly you can control it with your voice. That coffee maker that requires you to physically press a button every morning? Now it can start brewing your coffee the moment your alarm goes off. It's this simple, elegant solution for retrofitting the analog world you already own into the automated world you want to live in. It's honestly the glue holding the smart home together. So what's actually new for 2025? Well, on the surface, it looks pretty familiar. It's a clean, white, compact rectangle that's designed not to block the second outlet, which is a key detail that a surprising number of other brands still get wrong. But the real upgrades are under the hood. Amazon has integrated a brand new chipset that makes its connection to your Wi-Fi network not just faster, but significantly more stable. We're talking near instantaneous response times from the moment you say, "Alexa, turn on the fan," to the moment you feel that breeze. It's a subtle but crucial improvement that eliminates that frustrating half-second delay you might get with older plugs. And this year, they've also focused heavily on energy efficiency. The 2025 Alexa Smart Plug introduces a new ultra-low power standby mode. This means that when the device it's connected to is off, the plug itself consumes a negligible amount of electricity. It might sound like a small thing, but when you start adding multiple plugs around your home, those tiny bits of power savings add up over the course of a year. It's a thoughtful touch that shows Amazon is thinking about the long-term cost of ownership, not just the initial purchase price. It's making your smart home a little bit smarter on your utility bill too. Now, one of the areas where Amazon has always excelled is the setup process, and the 2025 Smart Plug is probably the peak example of this. They're calling it frustration-free setup, and honestly, that's not just marketing speak. If you've bought it from your Amazon account, the moment you plug it in, your nearest Echo device will likely recognize it automatically. You'll get a notification in your Alexa app that says something like, "New plug found. Would you like to set it up?" You tap yes, give it a name like living room lamp or coffee pot, and you're done. It's a sub-60-second process that requires almost zero technical know-how. This seamless integration is what makes it so powerful. Once it's named in the app, the real fun begins. You can immediately control it with your voice from any Alexa-enabled device. But the key feature here is its role in creating routines. This is where you graduate from simple voice commands to true home automation. For example, you can create a good morning routine. When you say, "Alexa, good morning," it can trigger your smart plug to turn on the coffee maker, another plug to turn on your bedside lamp, and simultaneously have Alexa tell you the weather and your daily calendar. It's this orchestration of simple devices that creates a genuinely futuristic experience. Let's break down another key feature: scheduling. This isn't just about turning things on and off with your voice in the moment. Through the Alexa app, you can set intricate schedules for any device connected to a smart plug. Going on vacation? You can schedule a lamp in your living room to turn on at 7 p.m. and off at 11 p.m. every night, making it look like someone's home. It's a simple but effective security feature. Or you can schedule your holiday lights to turn on automatically at sunset and off at midnight, so you never have to think about it again. The level of control is surprisingly granular and incredibly useful for day-to-day life. And for 2025, Amazon has also beefed up the plug's power rating. The new model can handle higher wattage appliances up to 15 amps. This might not mean much for a simple lamp, but it opens up possibilities for things like space heaters, window air conditioning units, or larger kitchen appliances. Previously, you might have been hesitant to plug certain high-draw devices into a smart plug, but this new version is built with a more robust internal relay and better heat dissipation, giving you peace of mind that it can handle the load safely and reliably. It's a pro-level feature in a consumer-friendly package. So, why is this little white box so handy? Let's get really practical for a second. Think about all the things in your home that have a simple on or off switch. That's your list of candidates. For me, honestly, the number one use case is lighting. I have floor lamps and accent lights all over my studio and home, and being able to just say, "Alexa, turn on the studio lights," and have the entire room light up exactly how I want it. That's a total game changer for my workflow. It's not just about convenience. It's about creating an environment and a mood instantly, without having to walk around and flip like half a dozen different switches. Then there's the kitchen. The coffee maker is the classic example, and for good reason. It's brilliant. But what about a slow cooker? You can put your ingredients in before you leave for work, and then use the app to turn it on a few hours before you get home, so dinner is ready the moment you walk in the door. Or a kettle, so you can have water boiling for tea with a simple voice command from the other room. It's really about automating those small, repetitive tasks that, when you add them all up, save you real time and mental energy throughout your day. It's a small investment for a significant quality of life improvement. Let's not forget about those hard-to-reach outlets. We all have them. The one behind the couch, the one behind the entertainment center that controls a tangled mess of wires for your TV and sound system. Instead of having to awkwardly reach back there every time you need to power cycle something, you just pop in a smart plug. Now, a simple Alexa, restart the entertainment center does the job for you. It turns a physically annoying task into a trivial voice command. This is where the smart plug goes from being a cool gadget to a genuinely useful utility that solves a common household problem. Ultimately, the Alexa Smart Plug is the perfect entry point into the smart home. It's inexpensive, it's incredibly easy to set up, and its utility is immediate and obvious. You don't need to understand complex networking or programming. You just plug it in, give it a name, and start telling it what to do. It's the device that makes you realize the potential of a connected home. It's the aha moment for a lot of people, and the 2025 version with its improved stability, energy efficiency, and higher power rating is honestly the best one they've ever made. It's the quiet hero of the Amazon ecosystem. So, once you have your Echo devices and you've started turning your old appliances smart with plugs, you start to see the bigger picture. You get a taste of automation, and honestly, you want more. This is where Amazon's ever-expanding lineup of smart home accessories comes into play for 2025. These are the devices that add new senses to your smart home. The ability to detect motion, to sense temperature, or to know whether a door is open or closed. They work in concert with your other devices to create a home that doesn't just respond to your commands, but can actually begin to anticipate your needs and react to the environment on its own. First up in the new lineup is the redesigned Amazon Smart Thermostat. Now, this isn't their first thermostat, but the 2025 model is honestly a major leap forward. Aesthetically, it's much sleeker, with a minimalist design and a new high-contrast e-ink display that's incredibly easy to read from any angle and uses virtually no power. But the real story is the software. Amazon has leveraged its AI and machine learning to make the Hunches feature smarter than ever. It learns your habits with uncanny accuracy, adjusting the temperature before you even think to reach for your phone or ask Alexa. It knows when you leave, when you're on your way home, and it optimizes for comfort and energy savings. This new thermostat also integrates more deeply with other Alexa devices. For instance, it can use the microphones on your Echo speakers as remote temperature sensors. Let's say your thermostat is in the hallway, which is always a different temperature than your bedroom. By enabling this feature, Alexa can average the temperature from multiple points in your house, or even prioritize the temperature in the specific room you're in to create a more accurately comfortable environment. It's a brilliant use of the ecosystem to solve a classic thermostat problem, and it's all done through software. Beyond the thermostat, we have the new generation of smart sensors. For 2025, Amazon has launched the new Ring Motion Sensor Pro and the Contact Sensor Pro. These aren't just for security anymore. They're actually key components of home automation. The motion sensor, for example, is now smaller, has a longer battery life, and features adjustable sensitivity settings right in the Alexa app. You can place one in a hallway and create a routine so that when it detects motion after 10 p.m., it turns on the hallway lights to 10% brightness, just enough to see your way to the kitchen for a midnight snack without blinding you. Let's dive a little deeper into these new sensors because they are the true unsung heroes of a proactive smart home. The Ring Contact Sensor Pro for 2025 is a perfect example. It's a simple two-piece device that you stick on a door or a window in its frame. When the two pieces separate, the sensor knows that the door or window has been opened. In the past, this was primarily for the Ring alarm system, to trigger an alarm if a window was opened while the system was armed. But now its integration with Alexa routines opens up a world of possibilities for convenience and automation. Imagine you place a contact sensor on your back door. You can create a routine so that every time that door opens after sunset, the porch light and the kitchen lights automatically turn on. No more fumbling for a light switch with your hands full of groceries. You can even have Alexa give you a custom announcement, like, "Welcome home," through a nearby Echo device. Or you could put one on your pantry door. If the door is left open for more than 5 minutes, you could get a notification on your phone, or have an Echo Dot announce, "The pantry door is open," reminding you to close it. The new Motion Sensor Pro has similar creative applications. Beyond turning on lights, you can use it for energy savings. For example, you could place one in your home office and link it to a smart plug that controls your monitor, your desk lamp, and a fan. You can create a routine that says, if no motion is detected in the office for 30 minutes, turn off the office plug. So if you go to lunch and forget to turn everything off, your smart home takes care of it for you. This is how these accessories start to pay for themselves in both convenience and real energy savings. What's new for 2025 in these sensors is a focus on reliability and interoperability. They now use an upgraded communication protocol that not only extends their battery life to a claimed 3 years, but also improves their range and response time. They're also built with Matter support right out of the box. This is a huge deal. It means that even if you have smart home products from other brands like Google or Apple, these new Ring sensors will be able to communicate and work with them seamlessly. It's Amazon embracing a more open smart home, which is a big win for all of us as consumers. When you start combining these accessories, your home begins to feel genuinely intelligent. It's not just one device doing one thing, it's a network of devices sharing information to make your life easier. Let's paint a picture of how this all comes together with the 2025 lineup. You're leaving the house. You say, "Alexa, I'm leaving." This single phrase can trigger a complex routine. Your smart thermostat sets itself to away mode. All the smart plugs connected to lights and non-essential electronics turn off, and your Ring alarm system arms itself. It's one command that takes care of a dozen little tasks. Now let's talk about the new Alexa Smart Air Quality Monitor. This is a brand new device for 2025, and it's aimed at making your home healthier. It silently monitors the air in your home for particulate matter, like dust and smoke, volatile organic compounds from cleaning supplies or new furniture, carbon monoxide, temperature, and humidity. It gives you a simple air quality score in the Alexa app, but its real power is, you guessed it, in routines. If it detects that the air quality has dropped, it can automatically trigger a smart plug connected to an air purifier to turn on. This proactive approach to your environment is the central theme of the 2025 accessories. It's about creating a home that takes care of you. The system can now use the contact sensor on your window and the air quality monitor to make intelligent suggestions. For example, if the air quality inside is poor, but it detects that the air quality outside is good, Alexa might send a notification to your phone saying, "The air is fresh outside." Consider opening a window. It's this level of thoughtful integration that elevates the entire ecosystem beyond simple commands. Ultimately, these accessories are what transform a collection of cool gadgets into a cohesive, responsive smart home. From the new smart thermostat that learns your schedule, to the sensors that automate lighting and security, to the air quality monitor that helps keep your environment healthy, Amazon is building a more holistic and interconnected future. They're no longer just individual products, they're a suite of tools that, when used together, create a living space that is more efficient, more secure, and more convenient. It's a compelling vision, and with the 2025 lineup, it feels more accessible than ever. So there you have it. That's a deep dive into some of the biggest and most interesting devices coming from Amazon for 2025. From the foundational simplicity of the new Alexa Smart Plug to the advanced proactive intelligence of the new smart thermostat and sensors, it's clear that Amazon isn't just releasing new hardware for the sake of it. They're thoughtfully building out an ecosystem that's becoming more integrated, more intuitive, and genuinely more useful with each generation. Honestly, Amazon keeps stepping up their game, and the focus on AI-driven features and interoperability with Matter shows they're looking towards a smarter, more connected future for everyone. Which one are you eyeing? For me, the dark horse might just be the refinement in those smaller accessories, the sensors and plugs that really unlock the potential of true home automation. But every device we've looked at today brings something new and compelling to the table. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think. What stood out to you? Are you planning on upgrading your Echo Show, or is the new Kindle Scribe finally the note-taking device you've been waiting for? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's geek out over the best new tech together. It's always the best part of making these videos. As always, thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful or just enjoy talking tech, do me a favor and hit that like button and maybe share it with someone else who might find it useful. And of course, if you want to stay up to date on all the latest tech, from full reviews and unboxings to deep dives like this one, make sure you're subscribed and you've clicked that notification bell icon. That way, you'll be the first to know when new videos drop and you never miss out on future updates. It really does help out the channel a ton. One last thing before we go. If you want to get more details, see the full spec sheets, or check the latest pricing and availability for any of the Amazon devices we talked about today, I've got you covered. I've put everything together down in the description below. You'll find links for each product, along with some special links to shop if you've made up your mind. Check those out for all the info you need. Okay, that's it for me. Catch you in the next one. Peace.